Again, thank you for representing this county and this district, and this is just one of the best schools in the Anderson County school system. And what we have is the Anderson County, Tennessee Board of Commissioners did a resolution honoring Brownsville students working together with the Coal Creek Watershed Foundation to preserve the rich coal mining history of Anderson County, Tennessee. Whereas after the Civil War, Coal Creek miners fueled the Industrial Revolution in East Tennessee, abolished the corrupt convict lease system in the state, and make working conditions safer for miners nationwide today. Two of those miners, Reese R. Thomas and his son David R. Thomas, collected books written in Welsh, published in America to preserve the native language and culture at a time when it was illegal to do so in Great Britain. That collection was donated to Harvard University to preserve an important part of Welsh and American history and culture. Furthermore, 12 miners wrote poignant farewell letters before suffocating in mine disasters at the Fredericksville Mine in 1902 and the Cross Mountain Mine in 1911. And whereas the Coal Creek Watershed Foundation, headed by President Barry Thacker, is a nonprofit organization working to preserve the history and culture of the Brownsville area, because those who labor above ground owe a debt of gratitude to those who labor below ground. And whereas Coal Creek Watershed Foundation board member Carol Moore has been instrumental in partnering with Brownsville area students for the last 11 years to celebrate and preserve the accomplishments of those who came before them, accomplishing such notable tasks as obtaining and participating in the dedication ceremony for the listing of the Fredericksville Miners Circle, the Brownsville Community Church and Cemetery, and the Cross Mountain Miners Circle on the National Register of Historic Places. And whereas the Brownsville area students and the Coal Creek Watershed Foundation have been instrumental in obtaining and participating in the dedication ceremony for renaming Highway 116 as Fredericksville Miners Memorial Highway, as well as the installation of 10 historical markers at Fort Anderson on Militia Hill and along the Fredericksville Miners Memorial Highway. And whereas the Coal Creek Watershed Foundation encourages the students to also participate in estimate literary competitions in the tradition of early Welsh coal miners to document the oral history of historic sites in the watershed, to take annual history field trips to raise awareness about the accomplishments of the Coal Creek miners, to participate in the restoration of the American chestnut tree by growing them in their classrooms and transplanting them on the historic sites such as the Cross Mountain Miners Circle, and to take part in the annual monitoring of the Coal Creek watershed to document what plant animal species live in it, thus showing that it remains healthy even after 150 years of coal mining. And whereas former Brownsville students who are in college mentor younger students about the importance of good education so they carry on the traditions of the Coal Creek miners at the annual Coal Creek Scholars Day. And whereas the continued combined efforts of the Brownsville area students and the Coal Creek Watershed Foundation are vital to the preservation of the history and culture of the Brownsville community. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Anderson County Board of Commissioners meeting in regular session this 19th day of December 2011 does recognize and honor the exemplary work of Brownsville area students and the Coal Creek Watershed Foundation in preserving the rich coal mining history of Anderson County, Tennessee, and thank them for their continued efforts to educate and make the public aware of the sacrifices and contributions coal miners have made and continue to make for the benefit of our communities. Thank you.